fans ecstatic to hear Kurt's voice again.
I was one of the very first people to hear You Know You're Right, other than the band members. I heard it a couple years into working on my book. And, obviously that song was released last year and everybody got a chance to hear it, but I assume that most people are going to have the same response when I heard it. When I heard it, what really surprised me is that it was like I never thought I'd hear that voice again, especially singing such a powerful, emotionally Latin song. And I was almost in tears hearing it, because I was just shocked that there was another great Nirvana song that hadn't been released. There was something about the way he sang that really moves me. I think that Kurt was able to put a lot of emotion in everything he did.
The impact of Kurt Cobain and Nirvana on an unsuspecting world is still being felt, as their musical influence, even to this day, continues to play a big part in contemporary rock and pop. There are very few bands who simply change the face of music overnight. So what will be their legacy, and how should they be remembered?
I think Nirvana should be remembered not for Cobain's death, but for the life of their music, for the inspiration of his melodic gift, for the extreme seriousness of his artistic enterprise, for the sense of play that he infused it with. He was not by any means the most promising musician when things started out in the late 80s, but he became the greatest, and I think he will so remain.
In some ways, I do look at his life and I see some level of heroism for the fact that he was able to take that pain of his childhood and his growing up and create art out of it. Most people that have that kind of inner pain sit in their lazy boy recliner, eat Doritos, watch television, they don't do anything. Kurt took that pain and gave us a gift. He gave us art with it. And to me, that is in some ways even a way to admire him. Very few people are able to make those choices and be that courageous with their pain. And so, for that reason alone, I admire his ability to take those kind of artistic risks.
Yeah, it was an amazing feeling. I was proud of him. I was happy for him, and it's just fun to see someone that you were friends with be successful.
They've been pegged as this band that changed the 80s to the 90s pretty much. They knocked down all those barriers, and you could just wear jeans and t-shirts and play guitars, and they weren't all the glam rock stuff that they supposedly just pretty much took the bottom out of. I think they'll always be remembered like that. I used to think that it was going to end and people were going to stop. They were going to be forgotten like Kajagoogoo or Duran Duran, but now I'm pretty sure that they've got their place in history.
Nirvana was a band that connected with people, the sensibilities. That whole Beatles sort of get in there and hook 'em thing. Kurt was into that, and he knew how to do it like a master. And none of the other bands had that going for them at that time.
They just happened to hit it right, hit the right tune, just like Glenn Miller when he was getting his band ready.
What sold Nirvana was Nirvana. You just had to hear them. That's all you had to do.